Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is Saturday, July 24th, 2021. It is a bit warm out here. It's just after 11 p.m. and I want to say the temperature is around 85 degrees. But I did do a little recording earlier this morning and I'll send you there now. Past Michael, what's the temperature where you're at? It is presently 78 degrees. It's a little bit after 7 a.m. Today is going to get hot. It's going to be 99 degrees out here. So I figured I'd get an early start. I'm in Denton, Texas. I am standing on the old Walton Bridge, also known as the Goatman Bridge. And we're going to explore the area a little bit here. Come hang out with us. The old Walton Bridge was built in 1884 by the King Iron Manufacturing Bridge Company. And Alton used to be a town around here, but it had already disappeared by the time this bridge was built. That's why it's called the old Walton Bridge. It is listed as a National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of the Interior, which means it's actually illegal to vandalize this. Yet it is being done. This bridge was built to handle horse and automobile traffic. Obviously, it's been replaced since then, but it does hold quite a bit of historical value here. It connects the communities of Copper Canyon and Denton. But you may know this bridge for another name. It's also known as the Goatmans Bridge. Why is it called the Goatman's Bridge? Well, the story is there was a goat farmer in 1938. His name was Oscar Washburn, and he was quite successful, especially during the Great Depression. And people liked him. They really appreciated his honesty and his work ethic. The problem was not everybody liked him. The big issue in 1938 was Oscar Washburn happened to be a black gentleman, and the Klan did not take too well, or too kindly rather, of having somebody be so successful and to be black in that age. So there's multiple stories of what happened, but the main gist of the story, although it's not officially documented, is that they lured him out to this bridge and hung him from the bridge. And when they went to go check on the body, he was gone. So that's the big mystery. So the big scary thing is for those who are into the paranormal and such, and there's actually a couple groups that have come out here. BuzzFeed's come out here. Even Zach Baggins with Ghost Adventures, if I said that name right, he came out here and did an episode on this bridge. And so the rumor is if you stay out here in the middle of the night, you will see the Goatman. So what triggered these, I'm going to say, ignorant people to do this heinous crime? All he did was put a sign on the bridge saying, "This way to the Goatmans." That's horrible. Now, throughout our human history, we've had moments of happiness and we've had moments of sadness and moments of just sheer tragedy and horror like this. And I think it's important that we don't forget any of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I think it's also important that we continue to tell the histories of our homeland and the lessons that we've learned from it. Of course, I never met Oscar Washburn. That was back in 1938. But I'm sure he would have been a pretty impressive individual to meet. This park is an equestrian and hiking trail. They don't allow mountain bikes, bicycles, or any other type of wheeled vehicles out here. And the first time I came here, I was actually early for a volunteer event that was around the corner from here. And I was walking the trail, just kind of exploring to see what was in the area. I had no idea about this park. I didn't know the history of it. And what was funny was, I turned around, there was a horse right there. So be careful. Watch for the horses out here. They are riding quite often out here. One thing I'm not fond of is all the tremendous amount of graffiti out here. A ridiculous amount of graffiti. Most of this graffiti is rather fresh. This is new graffiti that's going on. Vandalism is what I call it. Destroying history. On this park bench here it says, I have many memories of old Walton Bridge and I love every one of them. By Wayne Stewart Ryan. And with the graffiti, it's even difficult for me to read it here, and I'm right next to it. Really, this area is quite beautiful if it wasn't for all the graffiti, especially the graffiti over there. And I don't mind people expressing their art, but I do mind art that destroys historical places such as this. This is a bit ridiculous. It wasn't like this not too long ago when I first discovered it. So if you're curious what the name of the park is, this is the Elm Fork Trail. It's 2 miles long, elevation at 530 feet. No bikes or motor vehicles allowed. I was walking and filming another trail out here earlier, just for some B-roll. I probably caught about 20-25 spider webs in my face during the whole process. When I finally got to the other park, it took me a while to get all the spider webs untangled from my glasses, my face, and my clothes, and all of my arms. Quite the adventure. This looks like the remains of either a television set or an old CRT monitor. How did that get out on this trail? This may be part of that same piece of debris. Looks like it may have held the tube itself. I'm gonna guess this shelter here probably covered some signage here. Maybe a map and some information that people can read about the area. No signage left up here. Definitely a lot of vandalism though. Looks like the sun's coming up to warm up our day. That tower in the distance there is actually a public safety tower, but we do have some amateur radio or ham radio items on there as well. We have at least 2, maybe 3 repeaters. I don't have the list in front of me exactly, but one of them is the 17, which is a VHF repeater. We have the 050, which is a UHF repeater. We also have some sectors or dishes that is part of the ARDN system. ARDN is AREDN, and it stands for the Amateur Radio Emergency Data Network. So we have the capability of transmitting data at a higher speed. I mean, not the highest speed, but it is a good fallback system when all else fails. So if you're into hiking, it is a great trail system out here, and it's not all vandalized. There's some places where you kind of envelop yourself in nature. Still hear a little bit of the road noise in the distance, but you truly need to get out to a state park or national park to really get away from all that. Could somebody tell me what this is? It's really thick stalks here. I don't think it's bamboo. But it kind of looks like it. I'm gonna guess that's what it is. Just kind of out here in the wild. But I remember seeing, at least on TV and places that have a lot of bamboo forests, they're pretty straight up and down. One thing you definitely want to bring if you're gonna go on a hike out here is this stuff. There are bugs galore out here. I had my leg covered and mosquitoes earlier. Actually, I prefer the Sportsman Smooth and Dry off rather than the orange cap one. The orange cap one's good for families. It's about 15% DEET, but I prefer the can with the 25% DEET. Because bugs do get pretty vicious out here sometimes. I know a lot of people are not into spraying chemicals on themselves. Some will actually alternate. One day they'll wear DEET, the other day, the next day they'll wear Promethean, if I'm saying that correctly, and alternate between the two. For me, DEET works well. I'm not out in the woods every day. I do have a desk job, so once in a while it's not so bad for me. I always thought it'd be really cool to have my own personal acreage to share with friends and family, just to get out and escape. Crows are noisy today, my goodness. Let's try to get a welt on my leg here. Better safe than sorry. Gonna rub that on. It's cool when you find some snacks in your car. Found a whole bag full of snacks for hiking and hanging out. I guess this is from one of our previous trips out of town. If you're wondering how to get in here, up the road there is going to be Teasley Lane. This is Old Walton Road. And there's the bridge that replaced Old Walton Bridge. And out there way in the distance, towards the upper left of your screen, is the Old Walton Bridge. Well, I'm glad you got to hang out with me. This is a beautiful place, beautiful trails to hike on a nice warm morning. I just wish people wouldn't vandalize places that are this beautiful. Maybe we can organize a group out here sometime and clean the place up. If anybody knows how to remove graffiti from trees, and of course this bridge needs to be repainted and maintained. But for now, y'all take care, be safe, bye.